far as the gift of life, like my son, he saved 4 lives.
Your son saved 4?
He saved 4 lives. 2 people got his kidneys, 1 person got his lungs, and 1 person got his liver. And wow. It's a blessing, you know, and just for it to come full circle, because someone's son saved my life. Someone's son was in the same position, and, you know, they were generous enough for him to be an organ donor, and that's how I received my kidney, you know. So that's why the gift of life is so important. And, like, you know what I'm saying? They sent me the letter, and I started reading it, and it was telling me, like, yeah, it was a 65-year-old man, your son got his kidney, and I couldn't even read the whole letter. I was like, I'm gonna read it later because I know I had to do this, and I got other stuff I gotta do after that. I was like, I'm gonna read it later when I could sit down and, like, you know, really have time to myself and read it, because it probably would have tore me up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's anything can trigger it, bro. Like, he was right in here with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Walking around, like, I still got footage of him on the cameras walking, going to the refrigerator, and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's rough, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, that's my boy. Like, you know what I mean? That's a little free. Like,
right. And it's crazy because it's black men. You know, we taught to not show emotion or to feel publicly, and it's just like, you know, it's one of those things, man. It's just like, but it's crazy because, you know, he saved 4 people.
What's good with it, y'all? It's Coffee on the Vid, tapping back in, man. And big news here, man. The gift of life. You heard Freeway, man. I remember back in, what was it, like 2018, it was not looking good for Freeway. Like, he was seemingly knocking on death's door. Just like also the legend Scarface, right? But both of them are still here, still living, still breathing, thanks to the gift of life, organ donation. You know what I mean? Comment if you're an organ donor out there. I'm just curious everyone's thoughts about that. But the other side of the coin, which you heard Free talking about, who, real quick, I just got to say, one of the dopest that was on the rock, man. Real talk. We're going to get to that more. But his child passed, I believe he said, right? His son. And through the gift of life, 4 other people lived on. And I don't know, just an emotional moment hearing that there, man. Like, real talk. This is, as a parent, man, losing a child, I don't know how people carry on. I mean, it's a thing people don't think about, man, like, especially in this internet age we're in, where everyone's just talking all this ish or whatever, not taking a second to think about things and try to break things down and all that. That's why I just try to, whatever we're talking about, really talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, now it's like, hey, what can you throw together in 60 seconds about something or whatever? And to me, that's just not a real conversation, but that's just something that's happening where everyone's attention span is getting axed. It's up out of here, and people are losing the ability more and more to really think in depth about something or learn life lessons or just take something in for what it is, if y'all feel me. You know, I don't know, I'm a podcast guy, I'm a research guy, I'm a let's go below the layers type dude, you smell me? And man, people just don't realize or think about the things people have been through or whatever, you know. But think about that for Free, man, who he was knocking on death's door. He lost a child, but you know, one thing that is the common denominator in both of those things that I guess in a sense can make him smile and make him feel as good as you can about something, in a sense, is that, like, hey, my son isn't here, but he saved 4 lives. You know, I wouldn't be here, but someone, you know, saved my life in the same way, which I know, I'm sure Freeway would have changed places with his son. It's just crazy, man. Like, shit is all twisted these days with life, family, people getting caught up in this bullshit hype online. You know what I mean? Like, it's so much shit going on in society, and I'm not trying to get all conspiratorial, nothing like that. It's just wild times we're living in, man. Like, that was a powerful piece of content there. Philadelphia Freeway, early, remember? One of the dopest, but Freeway and Jeezy chopping it up there, man. And then I'm not sure what's going on in this picture here, but you see another state property member was clowning a bit. Oskino. Remember, is it comment everyone out there who you mess with out of the Rock state property, all the Philly artists. Like, there were so many dope ones. Obviously, I think Freeway was one of the dopest. Just his delivery, the way he spit. You know what I'm saying? Him and Beans. Did they do 1,000 bars or something? I gave y'all 1,000 bars. Or Beans said that, I believe. But Chris and Neef, Oskino, Emilio, Sparks, PD Crack, just so many other individuals out there, man, that were so talented or whatever. And Free was just the truth, and it's good to see him still active. But it's just funny, Oskino is like, yo, what's going on here? He's like, Chris was snitching and now you're the police. I think he's just playing. Obviously, I believe that this is from Freeway going around to communities and doing like outreach work or whatever, man, which we're gonna get into in this clip here, man. Dame Dash involved in all this beef every day with Killer Cam and all this other ish, and it's a tricky situation with that. But this is something that Dame's got going on that is lit with Freeway. That's what we got to get to, right? The Jay and Dame beef has been so petty and flucked up, but Free is a guy that worked with Jay since the Roc-a-fella split and Dame. And one of the things that he's done with Dame very recently is this like rock rap project.
I don't know at all. This is Black Guns vinyl, which, by the way, I guess I'll make this announcement that we are now being considered for a Grammy. So make sure.
Congratulations.
Even though you never. Oh, you did play it. You've been looking out. I appreciate you.
Well, you was about to say that we didn't.
No,
You
wasn't.
text me and said.
I remember I just said also. I know you all got kids. Also, we're considered. We're being considered for a Grammy. So, any Grammy voters, please vote. We're being considered for alternative. What is it? Alternative music. Best alternative album. See, I don't like the Freeway. Right. Thank you, Freeway. I love Freeway. He's another one that's going into schools and doing all these things. And, if any Grammy voters for alternative music, please vote for the Black Guns. I just wanted to do it as an artist. But, I wanted to be an artist. Let me be an artist.
Now, your power has...
So you heard a man, that's the Black Guns jump off. Everyone who heard this project, this is a Dame Dash vision, I believe, and Freeway's on it, and it's you see the dope vinyl. It's so crazy that music is not physical anymore at all, really. It's bugged the fuck out. But yeah, man, Grammy consideration. What kind of a comeback story would that be if Freeway and Dame, and I forget whoever else is on that project. I did a couple videos about it before. If they got a Grammy, that would be like an ultimate comeback story, So, but you heard him talking about how Freeway is going out. Dame was commending him, and Dame, you heard, was shouting out Charlemagne. Like, Dame got all these issues with everyone, but he's like, yo, Charlemagne kept it thorough. He's been playing my records and all that, and good for him, Like, the Dame Dash situations be funny and all this shit, and, it is what it is. But Dame is still, trying to do his thing and push on, and you know what I mean, when it's not about him arguing about ownership and all these other things, and he's just getting active, getting busy. It's cool. You smell me, like, and it's cool to see him and Freeway dropping this project, which, again, who's heard it? What do you think of it? If you haven't heard it, go listen to it. I want to tap into that. And is it streaming, or did they just sell it? I don't know, but it's up for Grammy consideration. So what do you think, man? Let's discuss it all, from the Gift of Life to the rap rock project that is being considered for alternative album on the Grammy side of things. Yo, is it almost Grammy season yet already? Like, geez, man, the time just keeps flying by, and I don't like it, man. That's that ish I don't like. And yeah, man, the state property discussion, all that, a lot we touched on in this one. I want to talk about with y'all in the comments. So tap in, subscribe. As always, it's coffee. Just looking to coffee talk it up with y'all. Peace and blessings.